The global music industry was shaken when whispers emerged that Jin, the eldest member of BTS, had delivered a stunning ultimatum. If Jungkook ever leaves BTS, he will walk away as well. This statement, reportedly made behind the scenes but now spreading rapidly among insiders, has left fans, industry professionals, and even corporate executives questioning the stability of one of the world's most successful music groups. How could such a declaration emerge at a time when BTS is considered to be at the height of their influence? And what does this mean for the future of the group and the relationship between its members? The situation is complex and emotionally charged. According to multiple accounts circulating among people close to the team, Jin's words were not a casual comment, but rather a deeply felt statement reflecting his loyalty to Jungkook. The two have shared over a decade of professional and personal experiences, building a bond that goes beyond the typical relationship between group members. The ultimatum has reportedly caused visible tension within HYB's leadership, with executives now faced with a dilemma: how to ensure the stability of BTS while addressing what could become an internal crisis if left unresolved. What triggered such a strong statement from Jin? Several sources suggest that recent pressures surrounding Jungkook have played a role. The youngest member of BTS has faced relentless expectations, scrutiny from media outlets, and constant speculation about his personal choices. Insiders say that Jin has been quietly observing the strain this has put on Jungkook and is no longer willing to remain silent. His declaration is seen by many as a protective move, an attempt to shield Jungkook from further emotional harm by signaling that any move against him would have serious consequences. Industry analysts argued that Jin's words are more than an emotional reaction. They are a strategic message directed at those who hold power over BTS's future. By aligning himself so publicly with Jungkook, Jin has effectively raised the stakes for any decision that could isolate or pressure the youngest member. If the group were to lose Jin, one of its most respected vocalists and public figures, it could damage not only the group's artistic balance but also its image as a united front. Fans, known as ARMY, have been quick to pick up on the potential implications. Social media is flooded with emotional reactions, ranging from shock to fierce support. Many are praising Jin's loyalty, calling it a rare display of solidarity in an industry often criticized for its rigid control over artists. Others are expressing anxiety, fearing that such a statement might signal real instability within BTS, a group they have followed faithfully for years. Could this be the first sign of cracks forming in the seemingly unshakable foundation of BTS? The corporate response, or rather, the absence of an official statement, has only intensified speculation. Observers note that HYB's usual approach of controlling narratives seems to be faltering as the story continues to spread unchecked. Silence, in this case, is being interpreted by some as confirmation that tensions are indeed high behind the scenes. This raises further questions. Is HYB struggling to contain a conflict between loyalty and corporate strategy? And if so, how far will they go to keep BTS intact? Emotionally, Jin's ultimatum resonates because it challenges the narrative that idols must always sacrifice their personal convictions for the sake of their careers. His willingness to tie his own future to Jungkook's demonstrates a level of courage that has struck a chord with millions of fans. Some commentators have even suggested that this moment could become a turning point in the way K-pop artists assert their agency, potentially inspiring others to take a stand when faced with similar pressures. Yet the situation remains highly volatile. Behind closed doors, there are reportedly urgent discussions about how to de-escalate the issue without damaging the group's internal relationships or public image. Any misstep could risk alienating fans or triggering a backlash that might harm the company's reputation. It is a delicate balancing act between respecting the members' autonomy and maintaining the cohesion that has made BTS an international powerhouse. Adding to the tension is the question of what Jungkook himself feels about Jin's statement. While there has been no direct comment from him, fans are dissecting every gesture, every performance clip, and every interaction to search for clues. Some believe that Jungkook has been quietly signaling his appreciation for Jin's support, pointing to recent moments where the two have been seen sharing meaningful glances on stage. Whether intentional or not, these small moments are being interpreted as confirmation that their bond remains unbreakable. This is not the first time BTS has faced rumors of internal struggles, but the specificity of Jin's ultimatum sets this situation apart. It is not simply speculation about disbandment or solo careers. It is a direct, personal pledge tied to the well-being of a single member. For a group whose identity has been built on teamwork, mutual respect, and shared goals, this development forces everyone, fans and executives alike, to confront uncomfortable questions about the future. Could this be a warning shot, meant to force those in power to treat Jungkook with greater care? Or is it a genuine preparation for an exit strategy if things do not change? The answers remain uncertain, but the very fact that such questions are being asked shows how dramatically the narrative has shifted in just a short time. What happens next will be closely watched not just by ARMY, but by the entire entertainment industry. If HYB fails to manage the situation carefully, it could trigger a chain reaction of events that might alter the course of BTS's legacy. Conversely, if they find a way to address the members' concerns while preserving unity, it could strengthen BTS even further, turning this moment of crisis into a testament to their resilience. One thing is clear: Jin's ultimatum has shattered the illusion that everything behind the scenes is smooth and conflict-free. It has exposed the human side of idol life, the frustrations, the loyalties, the breaking points, and forced the public to reckon with the fact that even the biggest stars can face situations where they must choose between compliance and conviction. The coming weeks will likely determine whether this situation becomes a brief storm or a historic turning point. For now, all eyes remain on Jin, Jungkook, and the company that manages them, waiting for the next move. Will this tension push BTS closer together, or will it mark the beginning of a painful new chapter? The world is watching, and the silence from those in power is only making the question more urgent. The controversy surrounding Jin's reported ultimatum has now reached a stage where public reaction is as significant as the statement itself. The story has spread rapidly across TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other social media platforms, creating a storm of opinion that is shaping how fans and the wider public interpret the situation. But this leads to an urgent and unavoidable